We are just a few short weeks away from Avatar: The Way of Water, and we now have box office estimates. Of course, this is the, pre-final. Once we get to 2 days out, we will have the official numbers and the final ones, but let's talk about these absolutely astronomical predictions. So currently, the opening weekend for Avatar 2 is looking to double what the original did. Now, while that sounds impressive and crazy, we really gotta look at the facts here, because the original debuted with $77 million on its opening weekend 13 years ago. Now, of course, times have changed since then, and projections and everything is always rising due to popular blockbusters and sequels. So right now we are looking at opening weekend predictions coming in at 125 to 135 million, meaning that it's substantially more than the original, but obviously it doesn't place it in the biggest box office openings this year, nowhere near up there. But again, the original film, as I said, didn't do that good, 77 million opening weekend. But if you look at the trajectory of that film and how long it had legs, that thing was still playing in theaters like 3 months out making money. And again, international is where this film dominated. And I think Disney honestly is looking at the international market again to pull in a majority of this film's box office take. Now, when it comes to what they're expecting in the US, they're saying the estimates is around 450 to 500 million domestically, meaning that it's a good amount, but again, we can see that pretty much everybody assumes international is where this film is going to make huge bank. Now, I do think that there is a sign of some of that Avatar fatigue, and I know it's funny I'm saying that, but again, a lot of people are on the internet saying, well, it's Avatar 2, I don't want it, it's too long, it's taken forever, who's going to see this, it's not for me, Dances with Wolves, Blue Elves, whatever, I've been a part of that conversation as well. I'm not going to say I haven't, but honestly, how many times have we seen movies come out that people don't expect to be big and they do tremendously well? Or how many times have we seen films that are expected to be big that end up underperforming and not even making half of what was predicted? Just a couple examples this year alone I could bring up, but then people point out that I'm pointing out that movie and say, yeah, you know what they'll say. Either way, though, I think this thing really does have a shot at being one of the biggest films of the year. But again, I don't think domestic is the only thing we should be looking at, because if that's it, then it's not doing that good, right? But at the same time, we'll see what happens and where the film may or may not be censored and what happens next, because that could all drive the box office in a significantly different discussion and topic.